Hello everybody and welcome back for another one. Yes, I'm back today with another video with some updates around the PPP program and the PPP deadline extension. I hope you are all having a glorious afternoon. It's raining here on the East Coast, but that's all right. It's not going to rain on my day. I'm going to take the time here to give you a stimulus update and zoom in on PPP. Let's get into your news. Hello everybody and welcome back. I'm Edward Bilder. To all my loyal subscribers out there, welcome back to another video. And if you're joining us for the first time today, welcome. Consider becoming a subscriber. I have a few updates on PPP as we are anticipating and excitingly waiting minute by minute for the Senate to pass this bill to extend the deadline. That's the deadline that expires on March 31st. That's next Wednesday. PPP goes away next Wednesday unless we see this bill pass in the Senate, okay? Ben Cardin came out to speak on this as well just earlier this week, suggesting that there's $550 billion still sitting in the fund, the PPPLF. I mean, that's crazy amounts of money. And he's like, yeah, it's approximately $550 billion. You got to wonder yourself, how could they just guess, right? Are they guessing? Do they know? Like, I mean, do you misplace $550 billion? I'm not going to go there. I'm not going to go there on this one, okay? But the PPP deadline is currently still set to March 31st, and that's next Wednesday. And we don't want this to expire, okay? So I'm going to talk about the likelihood of this bill passing. And I wanted to read the bill myself. I wanted to dig into it, see inside the nitty-gritty here to see if there's anything in there that could potentially block or stop this bill from happening. And I'm just going to jump into it and tell you what the text said, all right? Because it's pretty straightforward. It basically says I'm going to strike March 31st and replace it with June 30th. Now, don't get too excited, okay? June 30th is not going to be the day that the deadline for applications end, because the text continues to state that no application will be processed after June 1st. That gives that 30 days to allow the SBA to continue processing things behind the scenes. All applications will stop on May 31st, and on June 1st, we'll start the proceeding of if there's anybody left out there in limbo, instead of this, leave it on the desk and just walk away from it as it's been in the past, okay? So that's a very good move on Congress. Outside of that, there really isn't much in there. I mean, there's a little text on the PAYGO process where they're going to remove it from PAYGO. I don't know that that's going to be a showstopper because this thing passed practically unanimously in the House, and I mean, it had bipartisan support. So I don't think it's an issue there, all right? So before I talk about the likelihood of this thing passing, let's get into a couple facts that we know, all right? The bill is currently expiring on March 31st. That's a fact. So if you haven't already done so and you can get out there and apply today, go. Don't wait any longer. Go. Go apply. Follow my 4-step right here to PPP. It's just go. Go apply. All right? The bill here will extend the application deadline to May 31st. All right? That's another fact. The status is currently passed in the House, yes. And I checked the status of the Senate, and it's still showing that it's not passed yet in the Senate. And today, they're supposed to start the hearings. That was supposed to happen today. But so far, I've only seen on their calendar that they've accepted 4 nominees for like Department of Energy and Health and Human Services. So I don't really know what the holdup is, okay? So we're going to get into some things that Chuck Schumer said really reinforces the likelihood of this whole thing passing. And if you appreciate the research I do here, hit the like button, okay? It really helps me out here in the channel, and it helps me continue to bring you great content. You can also share me on your Facebook or Twitter, because every time you hit the like button, YouTube just recommends this video to more and more people. I also have other videos on building wealth strategies through passive income, royalties, the stock market, and real estate. Just hit the notification bell if you want to get notified of when those videos come out. So it begs the question, will they get this done before the deadline, right? Because Chuck Schumer, majority leader of the Senate, indicated that this needs to be passed as is, because the House is going on a little recess until April, okay? So he addressed the Senate on Monday, on the 22nd, and the notes say, I'm going to read this for you, okay? Mr. Schumer, PPP, in addition to these nominees that they're voting on this week, the Senate has another important matter of legislation business on the agenda this week, an extension of the bipartisan Paycheck Protection Program, which is set to expire at the end of the month. Since its inception, the Paycheck Protection Program has generated more than 7.8 million loans to keep America's businesses afloat during what has been the worst economic crisis in 3/4 of a century since the Great Depression. With the help of the American Rescue Plan, our economy is finally turning a corner, but businesses are not out of the woods yet and are likely to need assistance for another few months. Interesting that they said another few months. As the country continues to recover, most borrowers are currently awaiting loan approvals at the Small Business Administration. That's definitely a fact. And many more are still looking to apply, and that's also very much apparent. So I think it's really interesting that he says another few months, because I've been saying it right here on this channel that we have seen in a single draw 2.5 months worth of payroll. But really, that's only 5 months worth if you had draw 1 and draw 2. What about the other 7 months, right? We've been in pandemic here for a full year. Where's the other 7 months? That's a question that I want to know. Maybe that could be in the next legislation when we get retro PPP to go through, okay? Hashtag retro PPP. So he goes on to state that, of course, the Biden administration expanded this program in the American Rescue Plan, opening it up to hard-hit venues and nonprofits, etc. But right here at the end here, he says, there is no reason to let this program expire while there are still scores of applicants in line and billions of dollars left in the program. There you go. The House has already passed the extension of the program by an overwhelmingly bipartisan vote, 415-3. A bipartisan group of senators, including Senator Cardin, Collins, Shaheen, Marshall, Sullivan, Murkowski, support identical legislation right here in the Senate. So we are not going to end this week without passing the extension. Again, the Senate must pass another extension of the Paycheck Protection Program before the end of the week, and make sure that the nation's small businesses can have access to a very vital lifeline. So the plausibility of this passing is rather highly likely. It's just a matter of going through all the semantics and dramatizations within Congress. I'm going to hope that this is done by Friday. Remember, everybody tuning in for this video of PPP, remember hashtag RetroPPP. Hashtag RetroPPP is to alert all of our senators and congressmen and women that we want to see an amendment so that we could go and adjust net to gross. This is for everybody who applied prior to March 3rd, when the new rules were discovered that Schedule C filers can finally use their gross line number 7 instead of their net line number 31, okay? This expanded this to so many new applicants, giving them a chance at getting the line number 7, but closed the opportunity for everybody who already received draw 1 or draw 2 from getting an adjustment to this. So we're going to need some legislation to be passed here by our congressmen and women. Hashtag RetroPPP, everybody. Tag Ben Cardin, Senator Ben Cardin, okay? Because we need them to know that we want this amended to adjust net to gross if we already have received our PPP draw 1 or draw 2. So I thank you all for your support and the support of all the small businesses out there. Remember, leaving a comment enrolls you into my next giveaway, because when I hit the next 20,000 subscribers, which is going to be in like 10 days, okay, I'm giving away $500. $500. All you have to do is put a comment down and be a subscriber. I'm picking a random comment. I did this 2 Saturdays ago, and I gave away $500 to a family randomly selected who was truly in need, okay, truly in need. If you need help figuring out what to tell us, let us know where you are in the PPP process. If you're in draw 1, draw 2, where you applied, and if you were able to apply using gross, because some of the banks haven't adjusted from net to gross yet, all right? Or just drop us a hashtag RetroPPP, okay? So everybody, the next steps are up to you. Take some of this money, this stimulus money, and get out there and change your futures. You can go and start a business. I'm constantly looking for new investors and partners in my B&Bs and my short-term rentals. Or you can invest in platforms like Webull or BlockFi. Webull wants to give you 2 free stocks valued up to $1,600 each after you deposit $100 into the platform. And BlockFi, if you deposit anywhere between $50 and $250 to secure your cryptocurrencies, you can earn like 8.6% on these, and bringing 250 in cryptocurrencies will get you 250 in cryptocurrencies. It's like a little sign-on bonus, okay? Webull's pretty awesome. Like, check this out. This is about a month's worth of stocks. It's about $2,000 worth, and it's all free. All I do is I click 2 little buttons, drop this into my Facebook, and recommend Webull to all my friends. And when they sign up, I get all these free stocks, all right? And if I don't like these stocks, I just trade them in, okay? And I get whatever I want. That's going to do it for today, folks. If you need further assistance outside of this, you can find me pinned in the top comment for a one-on-one consultation. I thank you all again, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye for now.